All right, man. I was listening to the Breakfast Club yesterday. That was August 24th, right? And you know, I always had people opinions, but what they fail to realize is that it is not the culture's fault. Things are the way they are. See, society is set up in a fashion where it benefits the beneficiary. Who's the beneficiary? That who has established. Period. You understand? It's like they don't get the concept of what society and socialism really is. Like basically, you can't blame a culture for having to adopt a reality because their reality was stolen and transformed. You understand? Their whole culture was taken from them. So we don't have a culture. We only have what they see on TV. So it is not our fault. We are who we are. The media controls the weak minds. They have weak minds because they don't know from which foundation to draw their knowledge and power from, because our foundation and roots have been contaminated by Caucasians, period. I don't care what they did it. Like it was like, they don't need to know their own language, and they damn sure don't need to know who they were and where they came from and how they came to be. Like, and what are their rules and regulations on how they need to live, because they stole ours, erased it, and then replaced it with some BS. Because everybody know like we're under, like, oh, Africans were like slaves, but how do we know we wasn't here already? Like, how do we know they didn't take over our land and turn us into slaves and use people from other places and other islands to help us take over? Because they just destroyed everything. History is a lie to me. It's even when they talk about how messed up they are, they trying to save face. So I think Charlemagne need to check himself right quick, because Charlemagne the Lane sounds more accurate than anything else in the damn world, bro. Like, I don't care how much money you got. It's because people like you. You're making this much money, which brings the realization to reality and what is favored and what is not. The truth is not favored. People say they want the truth, but they're lying. They actually want the lie. It's just that the people who want the lie are more honest than the people who say they want the truth. Real simple. You can't sit up here and say that I wouldn't sell some people out that I know for $1 million. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to. That's $1 million. I make it up to them somehow, some way. Like, I wouldn't put nobody in jail for a great portion of their life, because time is priceless. You know what I mean? We wasting a lot of time listening to people like from the Breakfast Club and their opinions as if they have the rights to passage or something. Like, yeah, I want to listen to them, man, because they be having good advice. Or I don't even think they even come off like that. I think they're very humble in most cases, but Charlemagne the Lane is in a goddamn way. You gotta blame it on the culture. I see why he gets paid money. You say exactly what the media needs you to say. Say what everybody wants you to say or what is expected to hear. You know what I mean? Say what everybody's afraid to say, and you will make money. The truth is, that's not even the damn truth. The truth is, like, we're all like when a child isn't born prejudice. They taught prejudice. A child isn't born Muslim. They're taught Muslim. They're not born Christian. They're taught Christian. Like, regardless of what they want you to believe, reality and the truth outweighs everything the hell else. So yeah, they could be like, no, I believe such and such and such and such because such and such and it doesn't matter. Regardless of how you feel about anything, the truth will stand out regardless, and that's just it. You're not going to have a child and they just be like, you know what, I can speak on my own now, I'm Buddha. You understand? Like, they don't even know Chinese. They're not born Chinese, they learn it. They're not born Hindu, they learn it. Like, you can take any child and put that child in any culture and they will instantly become a part of that culture, because one thing that human beings have the ability to do is to adapt, pay attention. So what we do with our adaptive skills, we adapt into our environment. The reason why our culture is the way it is because the environment that we are put in and subject to and secluded to and confined to in a freaking discussion. So Charlemagne the lame recognized. You understand? There's real prophets out here. I'm top 5. And this man over here really was talking some stuff that you would think made sense. Like, yeah, it's the culture's fault. Talking about some music influence. It does. that You're right, in a way it does, because they're looking at it like, how the hell could this man get away with killing people and rapping about it? They don't understand what goes through a child's mind. All you have to do is use common sense. Like, what would you think at a time like that? What the first thing I would think is that they're scared, they're more respected, because the police must fear them, or society must fear them and give them that much respect because of who they are and what they do. I'm serious, and that alone is what fuels the ignorance. You can't tell me it don't fuel the ignorance in its purest form, because it's like a bunch of ignorant kids, youth, not having a father because the mother chose the tougher version, and the tougher version is what the police is looking for to lock the hell up. So yeah, you gotta protect her because you were raised in an environment where the priority was protecting. Because you had people out here beating people up, jumping people, killing them, robbing them. And it wasn't like they was doing it like robbing the hood where they take from the rich and give to the poor. They was taking from their neighbor who they knew ain't have nothing, because they ain't have the balls to take from the rich. Not all of them did. Some of them were real. Some of them were extremely lame. And the extremely lames had kids in Jersey City. I don't give a what they said. That's what they had. You understand? They'll probably look at me like, you're one of them. You just got to define a lame. A lame is somebody who can't do for themselves. They need energy. And man, I am self-motivated. furthest from a lame ever existed in life. Like, I don't even need motivation to make these posts. I am self-motivated. I am no way, shape, form a lame. You understand? A lame needs clout. They be trolling, they be capping, they need people to fear them and all this other stuff. I don't need none of that. I just need to explain to those who are woke, man, that you're not by yourself. Charlemagne the lame is a retard and end a fucking discussion. End of discussion. He's a lame, and that's just what it is. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. But I know people who do understand him are in the same lame boat. Because you gotta speak lame language to understand another lame. Like, it's just retarded. Like, how the hell is any of that making sense? It's just the culture. And if you don't believe it, just take a hard look at the culture. Bro, you don't even study cultures. Like, I know you don't. Like, that's a sociology anthropology situation. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. But you swear up and down you sound like you do because they allow you to do so on a radio station, and you fail to realize that that figure that you possess gets respect on the strength of the figure. People look like, why would they have him saying what he's saying on the radio? Why does it sound like it makes sense? Because it just sounds like what you're looking at, but looks can be deceiving. That is all.